Now, R is a powerful visualization tool by itself, and Power BI has the flexibility of visualizing data, as well as the ability to splice and hone into your visualizations. So the both of them together can create quite complex visualizations with your data. So for R, we're going to create a core relationship plot that looks at the data frame and then compares how correlated each attribute is with one another. You'll be able to see what I mean when we go to visualize it. But first, you're going to click on Get Data at the top ribbon, and you're going to select Text CSV. You're going to navigate to the TD2 folder you had downloaded, and then you're going to select the currencies file and click Open. Okay, and I don't think you'll be able to see my window right now, but it's going to open up a preview of the currency CSV, and then we're going to transform the data by clicking Transform Data, the button down below, before we load it into Power BI to create any changes. Okay, cool. So it should take you to the Power Query editor right here, and then there'll be our table of currencies. We'll have our date column, our currencies, and then scroll all the way down, and then it'll just end with the currencies are. And then we're going to add a year column to the data to extract the year from the date column. And to do that, we're going to shift over to the Add Column tab, and then we're going to click the second option at Custom Column. I keep forgetting that you can't see certain windows of mine. So basically what I did was when I clicked a custom column, a window popped up, and then it's going to ask you for a column name. We're just going to write year for that. And then the formula is, let me copy all this before. Okay. And then I'm just going to write the formula here for you guys. It's going to be date.year, open parentheses, open square bracket, date, closing square bracket, closing parentheses. And then you're just going to type this in to the formula text box in that window, not here. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back to how it was. Okay, and then it should give you this year column with all the years, and I think it goes all the way down to 1999 after you hit OK from that window. Okay, we're going to shift back to the Home tab to click Close and Apply, and it should take you back to Power Query Editor. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click on this column, this empty column, and we're going to click Remove. And then we're going to go back to the Home tab, and we're going to Close and Apply. Okay, and then your view should return back to Power BI Desktop, and then there'll be a variety of visualization options to the right of our view here. And then right now we're going to focus on R. So we're going to click on the R script editor. We're going to enable script visuals by clicking Enable. And then a placeholder for the visualization will appear here. And then an R script editor will appear below. Any fields that we select to the right of the visualization in the data pane will appear. So if you expand currencies, and then we're going to select date, Great British Pound, US dollars, Australian dollars, the Danish krone, and then the Hong Kong dollar. Okay, that should be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And behind the scenes, Power BI communicates with R to process all this data, and it feeds the parameters to give us this. Beneath it, we can write our code to plot it, and it'll also run through R. And since Power BI has already placed our data into the dataset, we're going to access specific columns using the $sign. So we're going to write plot, open parentheses, data, and then we're going to access some columns using the $sign, Great British Pound, comma, and then another one, dataset, the date column. And then we're going to put the dataset into the data frame and place all that into an object we're going to name C1. And remember, point the arrow towards the object to place everything to the right of it into the object. So we're going to write data.frame, open parentheses, dataset, and then we're going to access Great British Pound, and then US dollar, We're going to do this for all of the currency columns that we selected. One, two, three, four, five, okay. And then we're going to use the core plot package we had installed into RStudio earlier using library core plot, we're calling on it here, and then core, open parentheses, core, and then our object. And then you can run this whole thing by clicking the run button here. Oh, this one should be dataset, set of data, and then core should actually be a core plot. And then run it again. Oh, cool. And then this pretty core relationship plot should appear. And then you can resize it by, oh, you can also drag it, and then you can also resize it with the corners, or there we go. Oh, we should rename this page to our scripting example. And you can actually expand the visualization using focus mode. And so if you hover over your visualization and you see this button, it'll expand it to the full page for you to see it better. And let's say if you had a bunch of different visualizations on the page already, if you go back here, there could be like different like visualizations here, here, here. If you click on focus mode, it will go ahead and isolate the specific one for you. I'm gonna unexpand it for now, and then I'm gonna drag the year column onto the canvas, and then we'll turn into a filter by assigning it to the splicer visualization. If I can find it. Oh, here. There we go. Now we can filter through year. Now this visualization lives on Power BI, but when we go to filter through it, Power BI passes these parameters into R, and that allows us to interact with the data. And you can resize this too, so we can make it a little bigger. And then we'll also minimize all these panels so we can see it better as well. From here, we can analyze how currency correlations have progressed quite easily over the years. So at the beginning of the data, let's say 1999, currencies were highly correlated, and some were lightly or not correlated in others. But if we skim to, let's say, the crash of 2008, we can see that currency correlations fluctuated quite a bit. And if we keep skimming until 2011, we can see that it slowly starts to settle back down. Now take a screenshot of your screen and then paste it into your answer sheet. It doesn't matter if it's slightly off or if you weren't able to get something to quite work, just show it that you at least made some effort. Okay.